As an artist, I know how long and difficult it can be to develop a good art style that you like and can actually be proud of. Hell, even I've yet to reach a good art style that I like, let alone a consistent one. And despite that, that's why today we'll be trashing on other artists' art styles. First on the list we have Kaiji. Kaiji's a really good show. Best gambling anime, by the way. But damn, why the characters in this show are just hard to look at. Their facial structures are very exaggerated, and you could say that's due to the very bold shape language. And saying something is exaggerated in anime is crazy because we're talking about anime here. I don't need that, but it gets even more egregious when you catch them with their side profile. But I'm not the one to judge on side profile.
Oh, hell no.
Also, I'm not a fan of the thick, chunky line art due to the fact that most of the times it gives a flattening effect. But I will give the art style one thing, and that's that it's very clean and consistent, and it knows what it wants to be. Let's take our main character Kaiji for example. Look at the triangular shape language that you can see basically everywhere on his body, his hair, his chin, lighting and shadows. It's simple but very effective. And I know I was hating on how ugly the characters can be in this show, but really if you think about it, it's just a physical manifestation of the inner being, their true self, showing just how ugly, evil, and twisted the human soul can be. Next we have mid-piece. Is that what the cool kids say these days? I don't know. Like many anime, One Piece has changed its art style over time and it's only gotten worse. Okay, worse is kind of crazy. Don't get me wrong, the animation has gotten way better, but the art style / direction hasn't been my favorite. I like how the old version had more desaturated colors, stronger jawline, reminiscent of 90s anime. And yes, I'm one of those Nico Robin never should have changed type of guy. I mean, just look at her. And since we're on the topic of women, let's talk about how they all look the same in One Piece.
This guy stinks!
The villains in One Piece look hideous as well with their grotesque body proportions. But it's what makes One Piece One Piece, and I love it despite the fact. Next we have Assassination Classroom. The reason I don't like the art style in this show is because of the inconsistent line weight. Usually in art there are reasons why line weight gets thicker in some areas and thinner in others. If something is closer to the viewer, the line weight gets thicker, but if something's further away, it gets thinner. Lines get thicker where multiple lines converge, or it gets thicker and thinner depending on the light source. The list goes on. But in Assassination Classroom, I just see myself questioning a lot of the line weight decisions that they make. Like it'll just get randomly thick out of nowhere. But look at this shot. It has way better line weight practices and it's just so much better to look at. Not that I'm against breaking the rules or anything, it just doesn't really add much in this situation. An anime that actually does benefit from the random line weight, I guess you can call it, is Demon Slayer. And I also hate dot noses, so that's another negative to add. Next we have is Dr. Stone. There's actually not a lot of gripes I have with this show's art style. In fact, there's only one, and that's the spacing between the eyes, especially on the female characters. It just makes them look so slow. I love Haikyuu's art style, but it's just the way they draw anatomy sometimes. It's just so flat. They'll only draw one straight line to indicate a muscle. There's no form at all, which I feel muscle is a very important aspect to get right in a sports show. The viewers should be actively getting jealous of their athletic bodies. I'm definitely about to rewatch Haikyu after this. And then we have this clan ad. We thought Dr. Stone had bad spacing between the eyes. Well, think again. Not only that, but the pupils take up 99% of their eyes, so it just makes them look even slower. And again, dot for a nose. How are you even supplying enough air to your noggin with that PV-sized nose? Let me calm down. Besides those things, the style is actually pretty nice. Especially the way the hair is drawn, clothing folds, and the color palette. It's just those eyes, man. They distract you from whatever good is left. There we go. I fixed it.
Don't cancel me.
We have Ping Pong the animation. Art style in this show leans more towards realism while at the same time not. It can feel a little awkward at times. Every individual tooth is drawn, everyone has full lips, which you don't usually see in anime. But the stylistic choices are so prevalent, like the hand-drawn feel the line work has, the way the eyes are drawn. I guess I really am picky on the way I like my eyes drawn, but it's not for no reason, I promise you. Just take a look at this guy for 1 second. You can't tell me he doesn't look uncanny. But the show also does benefit from the freehand drawnness. This advantage of human error, the mistakes we make while drawing, to allow much more expressive, raw, and powerful shots. Also, I realized there was no shading done in this anime, just completely flat colors. So basically all form was completely reliant on lines alone, which is really impressive. This one's tough. Next on the list we have a tie between Berserk and Cowboy Bebop. Thinking long and hard about this one, and really, just kidding, I think we can all agree those anime have some of the best art styles of all time. Jokes aside, let me tell you some anime art styles I actually do like. One of my favorite art styles is actually... Well, I don't know what that guy's chatting about. Hey. First upload in a while. I know. Be honest. How many of you guys were fiending for a new blue upload? I really just didn't have any good video ideas. I'm not even confident in this one right now, but I'ma just upload it anyway. I have a Patreon if you guys want to support me and join this list of supporters. Also, I do take commission. Honestly, that's not even necessary. Just watching me is enough. Anyways, love you guys. Peace.